And trying to move up now. Shtampo doing the same. I think they left it. Did they leave a Daryl up? They did. And Daryl Carl being left as well. Tensai defending well against... Who was it they defended again? I can't even think now. It was the Lily. And I mean, they can't really match the damage that a Carl and a Daryl's going to do up top. So going back in, and that was a little bit of a rough timing there because it was still a bit of the shield left. And Edgar's pretty much evened out this damage now. There's only 3% in it, regardless of that first base race.
And that hypercharge from Tampa is going to allow that speed to get right deep into the map again. All just missed the connection there, though, onto Milk Rio. It proved costly. He then gets a knockback from Suzuku, leaving Tensai alone on the safe now. It's approaching 15% now. It's looking like CR should be able to have this one in the bag. There's going to be so little time. Tensai's doing a decent job on defense, though. Let's see. It's looking like Zeta are being stalled here for the moment. And a good attempt at that. Look at this. Tensai's doing great work on the left-hand side, but they've got to get... They're always hitting the stage before Crazy Raccoon, but it's going to come down to the wire massively. So what was that game? I mean,
is there from Shtampo as well, but Cookie Popper finds a big connection onto both of them, and those Morning Stars were just waiting to be dragged back.
Shtampo had to use super there as well to dash away in the assassin mode. The geisha mode was what saved him in that eventuality with the Lumi, but now the gas closing in, and now it is the crunch time. Shtampo goes in on the Gust, shielded, and gets the kill. 2 versus 2, the jump to the sky, but Leves low, as is the remainder. Close to the mark. I mean, the body can't really push up the map without the gadget, at least already. 10% left. Zeta have made this look so easy, and it should be going their way. And let's see if I've got anything to say for these final few seconds as Moya is on the zone as quickly as they're out of the zone and into the realm. And Zeta now stay alive in this series. Charlie as well has Cocoon. If the Barley can get a last call, oh, there's a great slow from Shtampo there. Force the Crow to jump away, but an open door and an easy walk in for Shtampo. You can't
use it just yet. Milkray will tank the Cocoon. Tensai should be able to walk it, but can't. Cool.
Gonna wait, but not waiting long enough. He's gonna respawn in with max HP. This is definitely an opportunity here for CR.
Hype charge coming in, but Cocooned in the corner again. Super thrown in by Barley, and that's gonna delay so much. All he needs is a 1v1 defense against Milkrayo here, and they should be winning this game and going to match point. And where can Milkrayo go? He gets taken down. A Barley super available, and all members of Zeta Vision ready to defend the last 10 seconds.
It was a valiant effort, but that's a great slow at just the right time as well. Tensai's the only person that can even reach the ball, and even if he does that, can he even reach the goal after it?
Shtampo there as well, waiting for the pass through, but can't get it quite yet. Suzuku might be able to get his Cocoon, gets gets Milkrayo Cocoon. Can he get the clear? He can't in time.
Full push clear. Moya's got the speed. The attempt to super it away is not going to be enough here. So super pass to Moya, and an easy, it's easy walk in. Look at
passed up, little 1-2-3 maybe. Gives the hot dog up the map to the Ash, who's going to respawn and now cause some big issues in this defensive line. Grabbed by Suzuku though, but killed in the back line as well. Milkrayo from behind, and now 1 goal. Who's going to go for it? Hypercharge pop, but he misses the ball. Doesn't even get the ball out of the pocket. Never mind get towards the goal. 18 seconds, and Zeta are nowhere to be seen.
A huge blunder and not enough time here. It's down to a potential gadget here of Shtampo and the ball. There's no hypercharge, no additional speed, and it's go time. Can they get this ball out in time? There's so much support there from the side of CR. They're defending for their lives, and the ball stays firm. CR have already gone and done it. It took until July, but right when it mattered, they've deprived Zeta.
Which could have been better used literally anywhere else.
Yeah, anywhere where it's going to impact an enemy would have been useful.
Gem eventually spawns, but still got this super, and that is dangerous shoe. Popping a hypercharge and going in, but Frank not going to last long.
She might be wishing that he popped it a little bit later. He's got that super to shove Toridesu away, but he's solo. In fact, he's at risk of being taken down. There's the mutually assured destruction. Melty's going to let these gems topple to the ground. On the enemy side, Battleman has made away with just a couple of gems, and he also has his hypercharge and super. It's looking great. He can totally upset Mira in a 1v1 matchup. No shot! Just on the edge of the range, and it all falls apart! What a catastrophic error from Reject.
Will get the refrag, 6 seconds, and stealth is there for Frenzy Gaming. Just going to walk it back. They're going to take this set.
Lack of acknowledgement of Melty as well by Frenzy Gaming. They might have to acknowledge him now because he's an opportunity to get some free super and some free hypercharge for literally every member of Frenzy Gaming. It's what they plan to do, use him as a super and hypercharge battery. And Toridesu spots an opening. He's trying to get a kill on Battleman, and really it just seems to be a big distraction. It was a chance to get damage on the safe that was quite squandered. They're behind by 2 shields, and they're still giving that Reject safe everything they've got. this is basically an unwinnable matchup. It's only a few seconds before Chuck gets yet another super and wins the game for Reject. They decide to damage. Reject, they have no shields left to go through. In fact, they're going to be throwing a final few arrows into this. Melty with the last bit of damage with the smoke from the train engine. That's a set.
And those covering lines with the water there as well, you're able to get so much of an advantage. I really quite like what Navi have done, and I want to see what this Fang does for Crazy Raccoon, because it is a little bit of an outlier for me.
I can see the math maybe getting up close to the Byron, maybe stunning an alley in close range, but Ryohi's already picked up 2 kills. He won his lane on the left and came over to help out Kuru with his. But this is where Tensai is really going to find his stride. Oh my goodness, a team wiped for the guy. He's being served up these supers hot and ready by Navi, and now he owns their bushes. But Navi are still going to do their best to push through. They have a lot of HP to work with, and Tensai knows that he doesn't stand a chance unless he gets a super. He's only good in specific matchups, primarily against Kuru, who's really the enabler. He's the lifeline for Navi, so he is the #1 target.
That's what I needed to see, though, from Tensai, because the Fang is a direct response to that alley. But now, look at Ryohi cook. Oh my god, that was just disgusting. Tensai comes back in, though, at just the right time and gets on the zone and more objective power again. And there's that matchup win that he is going to have over the alley. So if he continues like this and popping off this way, I'm loving the Fang pick. Still a bit on the fence, but I'm seeing it plays so perfectly. And that's what you need to have. If you're going to pick Fang, you've got to be able to back it up.
Here comes the Choppy, trying to challenge this Fang, catches him mid-flight, and also starts tripping some of these hypercharged mines. Ryohi picks up a kill, Kuru dispels the threat on the home front. But they're only 8% away from losing, and this just doesn't look possible. A single hypercharged super from Milkryo would shut it all down. He's gotten quite a bit of damage onto a Choppy, who's receiving the healing from Kuru and only barely staying alive by a thread. Ryohi, also the thread on the left side, is going to have to pop this super. It's time to move. Now up to 95. He's got to get kills, shut down by both Milkryo and Tensai, getting team wipes with his super and his mechanics, and also with Navi having no real response to this these arrows. Even Tensai's feeling some of the pressure, but Tensai finally does have a super at the same time as his hypercharge. That could be the comeback potential for Crazy Raccoon, but it's such a slim margin, 6% between them and losing a second set in a row.
I'm loving these enraged takedowns from Ryohi, but again, CR are catching up. He's on the zone now, but he goes down so swiftly, and that's the problem here. As CR can be able to defend this, it's going to be Tensai versus Kuru, and Kuru gets it and saves it for now.
With Tensai, they managed to snap up a couple of kills with it earlier, but it still wasn't enough to shrug off the value that Choppy is able to offer. Here comes the 1-2 in. Kuru with the lamp blowout. That's one. A Choppy from the left side. Hypercharge pop. Tensai looking for any move, but you cannot stop this invincible force that is Draco in the modern meta. A final pull from Kuru, and Navi win the match. They're going on.
Off the mid, makes it 11-10, but it's Navi with all the control, and Reject's full. The gems are dropped back into the hands of Shu, but they need to get back into the mid control. A reset for now, but it's really back and forth on this mid. One mistake and it could be all over for the sets for either of these two teams.
Yeah, Melts tries to get the stun, desperately trying to get a Sandstorm. Batterman down the right hand side, doesn't see Ryohi right in his face, but Cocoons himself maybe wastes one piece of his ammo. Now coming in his Shu, brilliant stuff from him. Kuru should be able to get the kill, but he Cocoons in. The Tara pulls there, though. Can he get super in time? He goes for it. He understands he's there to refrag. Can he get Tara down? He does, but Ryohi's still going forwards. Hypercharge super onto him, takes 5, but will get refragged by Batterman, who now has 16, and there's no reset from that. They need a kill.
Chappy uses the gravity there and pushes forward with his team. Chappy staying alive, got the gems, but they need to get Batterman. The commits Cocoon, but the time is not on Navi's side. Ryohi's there, and he goes into the Cocoon with the gadget himself, safe and sound, but now out, and gems dropped. Should be safe for Reject for the most part in the spawn. 10 seconds now for Navi to push forwards, and that's not a lot of time. Ryohi's got to do the unthinkable here, and it's not going to happen. Reject get the first, buys down the clock, so for Navi, they'd like to be able to pierce that down. Shu coming with the hypercharge, not giving too much stun. Buys Ryohi on the entrance though. The stage goes down as Chappy's left alone.
Oh, that was lovely from Shu there. They've still got to crack through this though. Shu on the defense. Now the shield goes. The shield up top has gone as well though. Edgar on the safe, Shade on the safe, and Navi can't match.
Members here of Reject. It's a big ask here for Navi, who are already in the danger zone. and a game away from being against a match point scenario. And the Buster shielding is there, stunned out, pops it now. Melty's pushed to the side, but there's a lot more to do for Navi, even if they get it, which they do. Rio, he can't be there for the push either. He's too low HP, and it's going to be reject.
Ryohei going in, might be able to get there, doesn't actually get towards Melty either, who gets the kill as well and adds 6 stars over his head. Can he make it 7 by the end? The pull comes through, shots there, 20 stars is hit, and Reject are the champions of July in East Asia.
5th time lucky.